Hello. I'm here to talk about how to determine the countable value of vehicles. First things first. Let's talk about ownership. If the person's name appears on the title, or on the note, or on DMV records, assume he owns the vehicle. Next, there are some terms you need to know. Fair market value is the average trade-in value that is listed in NADA. If the vehicle is not listed in NADA, the tax-assessed value may be used. The individual may dispute the fair market value. In that case, a written appraisal of the vehicle's value from a knowledgeable source is required. Sometimes your client may be listed as the owner of a vehicle, but someone else actually uses and makes the payments on the vehicle. In this case, your client can dispute ownership of the vehicle. If documentation is provided that he does not use the vehicle and that another person has made all of the payments on the vehicle, then the vehicle is not a resource to your client. Now, let's talk about equity value. Equity value is the fair market value minus the amount owed on the vehicle. If a vehicle is countable, it is the equity value that is the countable value. If your client owns one vehicle, it's easy to determine the countable value. Why? Well, it's because one vehicle is excluded, regardless of its equity value. Let's see an example. Here's a nice little vehicle. Let's say it's your client's only vehicle. The average trade-in value is $50,000. The vehicle is totally paid for, so the client's equity in the vehicle is $50,000. Not a problem. One vehicle is excluded, regardless of its equity value. It's a little more complicated when the client owns more than one vehicle. One vehicle will still be excluded, but the equity value in all other vehicles will be countable. The problem is, which vehicle will be excluded? Here's what you do. Identify the vehicle that has the highest equity value. That's the vehicle that is excluded. Count the equity value in all other vehicles. Have a look at these two great vehicles. Which one is excluded? Give yourself a hand if you excluded the convertible. So, that means that we'll count the equity value in the cute little red coupe. Well, we have covered the fundamentals of how to determine the countable value of vehicles. For more information, see Chapter M1130.200 of the Medicaid Manual. Thanks.